Hello, heroes. Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends, and yes, I did leave you hanging on a battle results screen in the previous episode of RPG Corner, but I literally did not want this episode to go into the crack past an hour because there's two reasons why I don't like to have super long episodes. Reason one, when I'm editing them, it can take a really long time for my computer to encode the super long episodes. I like to save those for the special ones, ends of chapters and such, ends of major, plot points. And reason two is when I upload them to YouTube, it can literally, something could happen, a power outage, internet could go out, and the bigger the episode, the longer it takes, and the more chances of a failure, and I don't want to have to do that. So that's why I try to keep it at a minimum of 30 minutes, a maximum of 45 to 50. If I have to go long, there's special reasons for it. So anyway, enough of the explanation. I should have explained that a long time ago. Let's jump back into RPG Corner. We just finished fighting a boss, 2 massive doges, and let's do this.
This can't be happening.
It is.
There. We did it.
Thank goodness. You're all okay.
I think it's about time you toss that sword aside, don't you?
I'm not finished yet.
Oh, great. More?
No way. There's more of them.
Oh, shit.
You're only delaying the inevitable. Give up and surrender.
Silence! You should be the one surrendering.
Surrender. I'm
If
really.
this commoner's life means anything to you, then
Enough of this nonsense!
Oh. Manly voice. Oh, it's Nightheart.
That's... Whoa.
ah!
Yeah, of course. He can just one-shot them. Nice. Though it would have been funny if he was like, no.
Fiona.
You're...
Instructor Nightheart.
I'm pleased to see you all again.
Major Nightheart.
But I'm no longer your instructor. So you should address me as Major Nightheart now.
You haven't changed.
As serious as ever, I see.
Well, look who showed up to steal all the glory. Good to see you alive, Major Nightheart.
Likewise.
Fiona, are you okay?
It's okay. I'm perfectly fine.
Elliot's hair is a little bit redder than hers. Well, at least in the actual, but in the speech bubble, it's almost the same color.
Thank you, Elliot. For coming to save me. For being okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm happy you're okay, too. I was so worried.
Thank you, each and every one of you. How could I ever possibly repay you?
We're just glad that you're all right.
Getting to hear you play the piano again is all the thanks I need.
The Lieutenant General should have this fortress under control before long.
Nice.
You can relax, at least for now.
With that, Twin Dragon's Bridge fell with minimal conflict. And fortunately, they were able to rescue Fiona unharmed. Following the battle, the 4th Armored Division occupied the base, and the soldiers who were stationed there were forced to retreat back to Celdic. However, Celdic was ill-suited as a base, and they quickly abandoned it, edging farther south. Oh. They eventually joined forces with those stationed within Berryhard, and together, they strengthened the city's defenses. The 4th Armored Division, meanwhile, chose not to pursue them, electing only to free Celdic. And as another Noble Alliance force was stationed along the route to Trista, the stalemate between the two armies resumed.
Thank you again for rescuing me.
You are welcome.
I don't know what I would have done if not for you.
Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined Her Highness coming to my daughter's rescue. I am truly humbled. How can I possibly repay the kindness you have bestowed upon my family?
You needn't repay me for a thing, General. We're all just glad that everything ended without incident.
Thankfully, yeah.
By the way, that was pretty slick timing on your part, Major. I thought you'd been acting separately from the 4th Armored Division all this time.
Indeed. We were told you were in Western Erebonia.
That's correct, actually. I was away getting in contact with the other divisions, the 7th included. Yesterday, however, I caught word that Miss Craig had been moved here. As soon as I heard the news, I hurried here in record time.
Think he likes her.
Aw, you're so sweet, Nightheart.
Not at all. I simply did as anyone in my position would.
He's got a thing for Fiona.
Huh? What's up with those two? He's got the hots for her. I can tell.
Yeah, if he knows.
Huh? But they've known each other for ages, though.
Still, it's unlike you to act on a whim, Nightheart. Perhaps it's a sign you're becoming more flexible as a soldier, and I mean that in a good way.
I do realize that, but it was in part due to receiving some guidance from a rather peculiar source. And having discovered a way into the base thanks to that, I resolved to make use of it.
A peculiar source?
Kinda like with us and the weird guy.
Do you mean...
Oh, shit.
You wouldn't happen to be referring to a suspicious hooded man, would you?
As it so happens, I am. Is he an acquaintance of yours?
Well, acquaintance is a strong word.
Suspicious is right, though.
Now you've got me curious.
Well, leaving him aside for the time being, the 4th Armored Division will be assuming control of the Twin Dragons Bridge from this point forward. Leave everything here to us. You need only to focus on deciding your next destination. Should you require any supplies, you may want to stop by Celdic before leaving.
Thanks, Dad.
We are pretty short on supplies, so that sounds like an excellent idea in my book.
While you may have ended up fighting alongside the Imperial Army this time, I do feel that there is significance in you continuing to act as a third faction. I will be wishing you well.
Thank you, Major.
Right back at ya. Catch you later, Fiona.
Bye. Be safe.
After saying their goodbyes, Class 7 left those at Twin Dragons Bridge behind. As per Lieutenant General Craig's suggestion, they chose to stop by at the newly liberated Celdic. And while the Courageous was being resupplied, they decided to walk around and check up on the townsfolk. Celdic Stopover Day. Yay, haven't been here in a while. Last time I was here, I was trying to meet up with Elliot and Sam and Fee. Celdic Grand Market. Well, we should be all set on supplies for now. The townsfolk all seem pretty relieved now that the provincial army's gone too. So glad everything went well. We still have some time until we have to leave. I know Becky and Rosine are somewhere around here. Maybe I should catch up with them. I'm kind of curious what the rest of the gang is up to, too. Bonding time, which can be used to trigger bonding events, will be allocated to you on stopover days. To advance the story, choose to board the Courageous at the eastern exit. Receive bonding points. For the duration of the stopover day, Celdic's town map can be accessed by pressing the X button. Ooh, I get 5. Neato. Who we got? Oh, there's too many. Too many. Okay. Well, Sarah's getting one for sure. Let's see. Get Emma. Oh, Princess can be, that's interesting. I'll give the Princess a bonding point. That's 3. Interesting. There's a lot. But before all the bonding, we must check if there's any hidden quests. So, let's start talking to people. There's a person to talk to here on the bench. Hama. I'm surprised at the stark difference between the Imperial and Provincial Army. They were even going around asking if there's anything they could do to help us. Guess the Reformists really are the more amiable faction after all. Yes, they are. Let's go talk to the childrens at the church. It was scary watching all those soldiers pass by, and then Jake apparently couldn't pass up the opportunity to put dirt in my shoes. He really will take any chance he gets. Gotta admit, the Susie's getting good these days. Those soldiers scared her real good though, so she's still got a long way to go before she can avoid being pranked. Hee hee, you should have seen her face when she noticed. I thought about it a whole bunch, and now I know why Jake and Susie argue so much. They were probably bitter rivals in a past life, and now they're destined to clash forever. That has to be it. They'd never argue so much if they weren't. Little kitty. Alright. Not going to the East Celtic Highway because that leaves. I'm going to get my bond on. I haven't talked to you, did I? I heard about the Provincial Army's crushing defeat. It was almost impressive just how quickly and efficiently they fled. I can't believe they're the same people who spent all day boasting about their accomplishment. Simply despicable, I say. Despicable indeed. Looks like the next Imperial Chronicle is going to be all about the Imperial Army taking over the Twin Dragons Bridge. The problem is whether or not I'm actually going to get my hands on that issue. Dang it. When are they going to get the train schedules back to normal? If they don't get their butts in gear soon, my business is done for. Oh, I have this one. Issue 4. So he can't even sell me the newest one. And I'm not ready to bond yet, Lisa. You can wait. This guardhouse is now under the command of the 4th Armored Division. We've taken the liberty of replacing all the Provincial Army flags with our own. Based on my observations, it's not an especially impressive base of operations. Still, our role here in Celdic is to maintain public order, so it should serve us well enough in that regard. Second Lieutenant Dominique. Oh, hello there. I heard all about your work at the Twin Dragons Bridge. The Provincial Army gave Celdic up without much of a fight, which is surprising. The fact that it's an important location in the railway system means that losing it must have been a rather big hit. Who knows, maybe this will serve as a big step towards bringing the Civil War to an end. Captain Kissling, I've gone and conducted a thorough inspection of the town. It's definitely too small to station an armor unit here, though doing so may have caused unrest either way. As such, our job here in Celdic will simply be to maintain public order. We'll also be working closely with the RMP to prevent any and all attacks coming from Trista. We'll be stationing ourselves here in Celdic from now on. We owe you our gratitude as well. Thanks to your help, we now have extra supplies from Twin Dragons Bridge, as well as those provided to us from here. Guardhouse. Private Knock, you're all from Thor's, right? Good work back there. Many of us in the 4th Division care dearly for Fiona, so we can't thank you enough for rescuing her. It took all our willpower to contain our anger over her being taken hostage, truth be told. Kidnapping others, even if they are related to a military officer, simply cannot be forgiven. Okay, there's a green Exclamation, which is probably a recruitment, but first I still need to go to the market. There's a couple people, a couple shops. No, wait, sorry guys. Oh, you a shop? You're a shop. Phew, it's been a while since I did business at the Grand Market. I did beat. Times like this make you want to brew up a nice cappuccino, sit back and relax. Speaking of, I can teach you the tricks to make it a mean cappuccino if you'd like. Recipe for comforting cappuccino. I have bitter juice, and my supplies are good there. I need to do some cooking. I need a the store really is a mystery to me. Today's the day. It's time to figure out whether the stuff here is worth buying or not. Let's see. A knife designed for mincing and an orbital corkscrew. I can't tell if I'd be getting my money's worth with these. Hey there, take a look at this razor that's been fitted with an alarm clock. You'll be waking up and looking sharp with this. So the Imperial Army is here to replace those Provincial Army troublemakers, huh? They don't seem like a rowdy bunch, which is fortunate. Maybe now I'll finally get some business done. What do you sell? Gambler Jack 10. I will take it. Oh, white kitty ears and black kitty ears? Well, we know somebody who can use these. We'll buy 2 of them, 3 of them, and 3 of these. Okay. What do we got? We got a shop here. Oh, I worked at this stall. Merchant Lyman. Alright, troops, I heard all about your little rescue mission. Can I believe you even chased off those provincial bampots? Pure brilliant. If you need any food, I'm your man. I'll even throw in something extra special for you. Wahaha! Oh, we couldn't say much while they were here, but the Provincial Army really were making life hell for all of us. So cheers for sorting them out. We really owe you one. Okay, just sells me stuff that I don't... Well, you know what? I should check. Nothing special. Nothing special. Step right up, folks. We've got another big sale going on today as well. Just in case you didn't feel like these prices are enough of a steal, here you go. A bit of goodwill on my part. Oh, shit. Look at that. See? This is why you talk to people. Oh, never mind. Last year the Provincial Army's been cleared out. That ain't any of my concern, though. Doesn't matter if they're here or not. My top priority is making sure this store keeps running. Energy bandana. Oh, it's got 5% evade. We might have to try this evasion thing. Because, you know, not going to equip it yet. I'm still... We'll look at more of that stuff later. Over there we got Elliot. He's probably got a violin out. No, he doesn't. Tableau. At the tableau, the war seems to be moving in a somewhat different direction now. Some may be under the impression that the Noble Alliance will make up for this loss with ease, but my gut tells me it's going to have a considerable effect on things down the line. Call on my merchant's intuition, if you will. Ho ho. Oh, this dude again. Can see it in your eyes, young ones. You're questioning my presence here, are you not? There's no need for surprise, though. Those who have a passion for freedom are guided by love itself. And now the time has come to heal the downtrodden citizens of Celdic with my soothing melody. I insist that you all listen as well. It'd be really crazy if this guy was like a member of Ouroboros and he's just spying on us everywhere we go. That's my crazy theory there. He's a secret musician member of Ouroboros. Honey fact time. It's a common misconception that bees make honey simply by gathering the nectar together from different flowers. But there's more to it than that. Once the nectar's gathered, the bees pass it to one another while chewing it until it finally turns into honey. This unique process makes honey a product we humans could never make on our own. Aren't bees amazing? Supreme latte and honey syrup. We good. Talk to all those. Okay. I think I've talked to all the wonderful peoples. It's time to get our... Oh, we gotta go to the inn. The Weathercock Inn. Oh, lots of talking in here. Okay, let's rest up. Oh, my girl's drinking. Oh, here they are, the heroes who conquered the Twin Dragons Bridge themselves. Thanks, but heroes might be overdoing it. Aha, I'm just teasing. Give yourself some credit, though. It's thanks to you that the provincial army's gone. We really owe you one. It's not much, but here, this one's on the house. Tomato stew. Thanks, ma'am. It looks delicious. Be rude not to accept it after she took the time to make it. Seems like you played a big role over at the Twins Dragons Bridge too, Sarah. You've made me all proud. I guess the best way to reward you is with a drink, right? Now you're talking. Bring on the booze. Try not to drink yourself into oblivion. What you got? Tomato stew and hot milk tea. No, I can make that myself, I think. Let's get a rest. Your CP will increase by 100. I like increasing my CP. That's always a good thing. Bling. Okay. Careful. See you're doing as well as ever, Squarrow. I can say the same to you. Focusing on selling daily necessities is certainly a sound plan. You've even set your prices well. I just was my gut for the most part. Wasn't expecting to make quite this much from it though. Maybe I was just born with it. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I hate to admit it, but she's right. Most merchants couldn't get by being quite that careless. I'm pleased to see that Moritze is doing well for herself. I'll have to pick up the pace if I want to catch up to her. I better make the most of my upcoming business meeting. Okay. And there's people upstairs. So, Celine. Yawn. Hey people, noise levels down a little please. Cat trying to sleep here. The way they're hooting and hollering, you'd think the war was over. Well, they were just freed from a brutal tyrant. Let them have their moment. It's not like we're using today for anything but rest, right? Guess things did turn out okay. You guys meshed pretty well with Valimar too. So try to keep that up for next time. But don't do anything too crazy, got it? Sigh went all the way to Gorelia Fortress and still couldn't find any clues. Where are you, Ricky? Oh, it's Anton. Yeah. Trying to find his friend that I helped. He's all the way here now. Hopefully that guy's not dead. Okay. There's the Arms and Orbital Factory. Who's in here? Samuel. Talk. Thanks to the Courageous, we landed our first big deal in a while. We'll be helping to resupply it. Great news, right? Ha! Not if you're my old man. He's not really into the idea of profiting off of a big deal like this. Sigh, he's gonna have to learn a little bit of flexibility one of these days, or we're really gonna get in trouble. Nope. Talk. Guess the provincial army left while I was busy working. Not that it matters around here. Otto's the only man who represents this town in our books. We don't need no provincial army or noble alliance. Never have, never will. No. Okay. Alright. Gotta go to the house. I gotta go to the chapel. Le Chapelle. Oops. Excuse me, kiddo. Should have went in here earlier. Should have went in here earlier. Hey, Milliam. And Rosine. How nice to see that you've been in good health since we last met. I was admittedly a little worried. After our last parting, hey, she's one of my classmates. I hadn't heard so much as a whisper on your whereabouts. I'm sorry, we didn't mean to worry you. Coming off of that might not be the best bargaining tactic, but could we tempt you to join us on the Courageous? We're trying to build a crew of as many Thor students as possible right now. Me? I'm afraid not. While I'd like to feel as though I'm making significant progress as a medicine maker here. I'm not saying I won't ever be able to join you. I'm just afraid I must ask you to wait a while. Is that alright? It's fine with us. We'll come back and catch up again later. Still, let me give you something to help you in my absence. I hope they'll prove useful. Hey, thanks. I'm sure they will. I'll try to make them useful. A lot of us are having trouble coming to terms with no longer being under Duke Albarea's rule. The Albarea family's been in charge of this town for a long, long time after all. That's why we're all so uncomfortable about it. Nobody has any idea how this is going to change things. Rosine recently started learning how to make medicine. She's taken into it very well, I should add. I believe she's mastered the basics already. At this rate, it won't be long before we can leave her in charge of tending to those coming in with minor injuries. It's a true relief that no harm came to the town after all that commotion. I can only imagine how many casualties would have emerged had the two armies clashed here. I'll be holding services to the people that can give their thanks to Adios for keeping us all safe. I'm sure doing so would be a good way to help ease the town folks' nerves. Okay. Church down, talk to Rosine. I think there's a green exclamation point in the Celdic house. Let's go get that done. And then I think the manager's house. The manager's house, and then bonding points. Otto! Hey, and the princess. If it isn't the hard workers from Thor's, I hear you're quite busy today. But I must say I nearly had a heart attack when I heard you were be taking on those soldats. I hope none of you got hurt. We're all fine. It's good to see that you're all looking well too. We heard that the provincial army retreated without much issue. Indeed, they left in a flurried panic, but no harm came to the townsfolk during that. I really can't thank you all enough for what you've done for this town. It never would have been possible without all the support we received. Yet this peace wouldn't have been possible in the first place without you. The townsfolk are ecstatic about all this. Please make yourselves at home here during your stay. It's the least we can do to show our gratitude. Thank you, sir. We'll do just that. People upstairs. Yeah. Oh. Lens, oh man, they just had to leave me in charge of preparing important documents out of nowhere. Right, calm down. First priority is making sure I got everything together before the market manager heads out. These negotiations will have a huge impact on Celdic, so I need to be on the ball here. Celdic's now effectively removed from Duke Albarea's rule. Considering he was the one who collected taxes and enforced the law, all of that is up in the air now. We'll need to decide how to handle those things for ourselves, or there will be problems down the line. The most pressing problem is how the railway will operate from here on out. Otto plans on holding negotiations regarding that. I still need to get everything ready for him, actually. Then why are you sitting down? Get off your ass and move it. Thought Becky cheered up, but she's been thinking about stuff lots these days. She shut herself in a room earlier and hasn't come out since. Weird. What's she even daying? My husband's been acting very strangely lately. He's been putting most of his profits aside for something. He's been ordering new goods with loaned money, too. Just can't fathom why he'd do something like this, especially with times as hard as they are. She talks normally. It's just the dad and the daughter and the son. Perfect timing, Reen. Hey there, Becky. You're looking much better than the last time we saw you. Heh, you've got yourself to thank for that. You lot went absolutely mental over at the Twin Dragons base, didn't you? Cannot believe you didn't even tell me that you'd been doing that beforehand. Sorry about that, but yesterday was the first chance we'd had to come to Celdic in a long time. What, does this mean you're up for coming with us? Damn right. Got a bunch of stuff for the lads over at the Grand Market, so I'm ready to go. I will not take no for an answer, too. I didn't think you would. More than glad to have you aboard. We landed the Courageous not far from here, so I can introduce you to everyone late. No need for that. I'm heading in now. Time to brush up on my merchant skills while I've got the chance. That wee daft Hugo will never know what hit him. Oh, jeez. Nice to have her back in high spirits. I'll give her the rundown of everything on the ship later. She's probably... Becky was welcomed aboard the Courageous. Yes! That's great. That is fantastic. Okay, I think I've talked to everybody that's not a bonder. So let's get the bonding on, yeah? And, true to my nature, gotta go get to the Weathercock Inn. Hey there. Ah, Celdic really knows how to brew a damn good beer. Should have known I'd find you here. Still hard to argue she hasn't earned it, this time anyway. She seemed preoccupied the whole time we were at the Twin Dragons Bridge, too. What's with that stare? Nothing much, just be careful you don't end up getting so smashed you end up getting left behind here, okay? Don't you worry, I'm an instructor. I'd never be caught that unawares, and besides, I have years of practice. Well, maybe I should haul a few barrels of beer on board for when I need a little pick-me-up. Proposal denied. We're a student-run airship. You can't just haul whole kegs of booze on board. What a killjoy. Yeah, Reen, what a killjoy. Should I stay with her for a bit? I'm a little concerned about her. Well, just in case, I think I'm going to stay with you for a little while. I'm afraid to say I wouldn't put it past you to drink yourself under the table and somehow get left behind here. Oh, come on. You could at least rummage up a little good faith in your instructor. Hee hee, oh well. Can't say I mind having some company. Margot, a mug of your best lager for my student. A tea would be fantastic, thanks. With all the shit that goes down in Reen's life. Oh. Yes, boy, that hit the spot. Beer me again, Margot. Already aren't you chugging those down kind of fast? No problem. One quick snooze to counter the booze is all I need. Don't worry, Reen. Sarah's a relatively harmless drunk. She'll drink away, have some fun, pass out for a while, then wake up in tip-top shape. That's why most people tend to let her drink as she pleases. Never seen her cause that much trouble while drunk, actually. Glad we're all on board with my drinking, then. Hey, where's that refill? Sorry, but we're all out. Say it ain't so. It's hard to get a steady supply nowadays, thanks to the sad state of the Grand Market. We went all out today as well, since it's a special occasion, but I'm afraid yours was the last one. You might be able to get your hands on some if you head over to the Grand Market, though. Oh, baby, fortune's on my side after all. Hey, Reen, I got a little job for you. Join me in my quest to acquire booze. Allow me to respectfully decline. Oh, you're really gonna make a drunk carry stuff on her own? Pretty please with a cherry on top? Keep our seats, Margot. We'll be right back. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Oh well, buy a barrel or two and I'll pay you for it later. Roger. Wait, we're really doing this? Yes, we are. All the shit that goes down in Reen's life, he should be taken to the spicy water. Despite Reen's objections, he was dragged to the Grand Market against his will. After finding and buying some barrels of Celdic special brew, the poor boy was then asked politely to carry them all the way back. Gotta be strong for your lady. Huff huff, are these filled with concrete or something? Come on, man up already. We gotta hurry so I can get back to drinking. Sorry, but I need a minute to catch my breath. Your love for alcohol never ceases to amaze. Master Kafai and Dad are the same way, but they're older. I don't think alcoholism is as common in people as young as you. You really know how to flatter a lady, mister. I'm kind of surprised I came to like it this much myself, actually. I only ever got this way because I was copying someone else at first. Would you mind if I asked who you were copying? A certain gentleman to whom I owe a fair amount. He's the type of person who'd fit right in at an empty bar, swirling his bourbon oh so tenderly. You see, she's not just a drunk. She was admiring somebody, and she's taking after them. I'm never gonna stop arguing for this. This is a good personality quirk about her, and now she likes the stuff. Nothing wrong with that. Couldn't help but look up at that image, which is how it all started. Oops, this probably isn't a conversation to be having with one of my students, huh? Just try and forget I said anything. It's nothing that important anyway. Well, it's not often I get to hear you talk about these things. I have to ask, though. Is this where your fondness for classy gentlemen originated from? Hee hee, who knows? I'll let you figure that one out. More importantly, though, get back to carrying. I can feel myself sobering up here. On it, fair madam. After carrying the barrels back, Reen was forced to bear witness to yet another intense drinking session. Your bond with Sarah is strengthened. Yeah! Reen instructor Sarah, Reen's link level 6. Lethal assist. Ooh, I want to know what that does. Okay. Who else is in here? Inside the inn we have Laura. So I'm going to give Elisa, Princess... 4 more. Elisa, Princess, Emma, and then 1 more, and then Laura. So let's just give Laura her bonding moment. It's been quite some time since we were last here, but no matter how long I'm away, I don't think I'll ever be able to divorce this place from my memories of our field study. You can say that again. Man, we had no idea what we were in for back then, did we? We really have grown a lot. That we have, and we owe our transformation to the experiences we've shared and the people who have supported us along the way. We should be careful not to forget the debt of gratitude we owe each and every one. Should I stay here and rest with Laura for a while? Yes. Can I join you for a while, Laura? By all means. Perhaps you'd like to order something as well. Guess I'll have some tea too. Excuse me. Hey there, what do you be having? You know, it's funny, Margot should be like, hey, weren't you just hanging out with Sarah? I was. Now I'm hanging out with Laura. Hey there, what do you be having? Oh, I wasn't aware that you were taking the orders as well. Actually, our waitress seems to have disappeared. Oh, I sent her out to run some errands. We're still kind of packed, though, so I'm on the floor for now. Really, that must be exhausting. Well, you get used to it after a while. Anyway, what can I get for you? They're gonna help. Green, shall we? You read my mind. We have a proposal for you. Would you be willing to let us assist you until Luis returns? You sure? I'd hate to make you work when you should be relaxing instead. Like you said, it does look like you're kind of swamped at the moment. This is a good opportunity for us to pay you back for your hospitality during our field study too. Ahaha, if anything, I'm the one who owes you for your help. But if you're willing to give it a shot, who am I to say no? Come around the back, I'll show you how to handle some of the more basic tasks. After their crash course in food service, Reen and Laura began helping out at the inn. Reen was on duty at the counter, while Laura served as Luis's stand-in until she returned. Oh my gosh. Well, color me surprised. Good going, guys. This will be a nice way to repay Margot. And on that note, beer me, champ. Mind doing me a favor and not getting plastered while I'm on duty? Need a coffee and carbonara for table 3? Coming right up. Well, aren't you looking adorable? I must admit, this attire makes me feel rather self-conscious. I don't think I've ever seen you wear an apron before. You look cute, though. It suits you. Oh, look at that. Oh, please, there's no need for that. More importantly, we should probably get back to work. We did volunteer, didn't we? Got it. At some point while the two were working, a group of girls came rushing to the store to cheer Laura on after catching wind of her waitressing exploits. And while this made her feel more self-conscious, she still kept working diligently, a rosy tinge coloring her cheeks. Soon after, Luis had returned from her errands. It's a really long black screen. Oh, that's why. Haha, that was actually kind of fun, despite how hectic it was. It was nice of her to give us dessert and tea afterwards, too. Indeed, it was a rewarding experience. Walking around in here brought back memories of our field study. Like our minor dispute here, do you remember? Yeah, I do. You asked, do you like the path of the sword? I still think back to the question sometimes. I've also caught myself asking such things to myself since then. The path that our blades will lead us down is uncertain, but we should both endeavor to improve ourselves regardless. Yeah, agreed. Dun, 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 dun. Your bond with Laura strengthened. Yay. Alright. Now. Oh, wait. I got Elisa and Emma. Let's go Emma first, then Elisa, then the princess. Wait, that's not the right way. I am on the wrong side of town. Looks like Elisa's going first. That means there. Hee, hard not to get a little nostalgic being back here, isn't it? I'm thinking back on all those requests we did and the whole mess with the Grand Market last time we were here. I bet none of us ever thought things would get this crazy back then. Oh well, no sense taking a stroll down memory lane when I could actually walk around and look at things here. Should I ask if she wants some company? Mind if I looked around with you? Hee, go right ahead. Where should we start? Rain and Elisa decided that they'd go back to see the parts of town that had the biggest impact on them. It's kind of surreal thinking about how this is where it all started. Getting dragged out here and handed a bunch of requests from the townsfolk sure was something. It certainly was an interesting experience, especially with the instructor Sarah's refusal to help us at all. Haha, though it all makes sense now that we know she's a former bracer, and thanks to all those field studies, we learned how to think and operate independently. Yeah, normal students wouldn't have gotten the same opportunity to learn things that way. The fact that we've overcome so much since then just goes to show what an effective method it was, right? Effective is right, and we can keep applying what she taught us even now. Celdic's Grand Market sure brings back memories too. This is where things really kicked off for us. Definitely, first there was the dispute between those merchants, and then we got caught up in that case with those bandits. I don't think I've ever questioned so many people in my life. It was tough, but our teamwork helped us pull through in the end. If we had been short by even one person, I doubt things would have gone as well as they did. Especially if you hadn't been there. You played a huge part in the whole thing. Haha, way to inflate a guy's ego. All this stuff now is the highway. Granted, we can't really go too far out. How about we take a ride on your bike? I want to see what's going on over near Trista too. Might as well head back to the Courageous then. We even got the sidecar, so I'll grab that while I'm there. Oh, you don't need to go through all that hassle. I'll just ride on the back to keep things simple. Oh, see, this is where they kind of shoehorn the romance. Sure, we can do that. She just wants to hold you, Reen. She's blushing, look at that. Oh boy. The road to Heimdall still seems really well protected, perhaps more so now. Now that they've lost the Twin Dragons Bridge, this area is probably more vital to the Alliance than ever. Yeah, it still doesn't look like we're getting back to Trista anytime soon. Don't worry, our day will come. It might not have been our intention, but we played a part in liberating Celdic, and we'll try and liberate Trista and the Academy the same way. I guess. That's right, we've got to think positive. We need to keep moving forward and believe that our path will take us there eventually. Do 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 do. They returned to Celdic, taking extra care not to be noticed by the Noble Alliance forces along the way. Strengthen bonds. Alrighty. Emma. Planning on hitting the town, Emma? Oh, hello, Reen. Something like that. I was going to take a little walk over to Lunaria Nature Park. Oh, this wouldn't have anything to do with Celine and I sensing the higher elements last time we were there, wouldn't it? Yes, actually, she told me all about it. I thought it might be a good idea for me to go take a look for myself. Thought it shouldn't be too much trouble for me. The monsters around there aren't especially challenging. Might be a good idea for me to tag along with her anyway. I'm more than confident you'll be able to take care of yourself, but would you be opposed to some company? I'd like to see how the park is doing now myself. By all means, I'd be happy to have your company. Well then, shall we? Together, Reen and Emma stepped out onto the highway and walked to the park. Something certainly is out of balance here, and I can sense the presence of the higher elements as well. Fortunately, their effect seems to be limited to within the park itself. You don't think there could be a cryptid here like Lohengrin, do you? Well, I don't sense one now. The higher elements are only present in the park itself, so I think they're here as a result of the chaos in Erebonia, particularly because this area is close to a spirit vein, but I can't offer any guarantees that the surrounding area won't be affected in the future, though. Emma? I'm sorry, I was wondering if I might be able to calm things down a little. I think I'll try at least. Please step away. Oh shit. Oh spirit vein, calm the chaos of this land by the guidance of my mana. This is crazy. Any luck? Nope. No, unfortunately not. As I feared, my power simply isn't enough to quell a disturbance of this magnitude, and Celine's assistance wouldn't help me do any better. Well, at least you tried. Is something wrong? I was just thinking, I bet Vita would be able to do it. With the amount of power she has, she'd be able to handle something like this without even trying. Alright. I've always been following behind her, desperately trying to catch up. I've always admired the incredible talent she has as a witch. No, admiration isn't quite it. The truth is, I've always had an inferiority complex when it comes to her. I'm always comparing myself to her, always reminded of how lacking I am in comparison. I'm sorry, you ended up with a weak witch like me instead of a competent one like her. Shut up, Emma. If only I were stronger. As I am, there's no way that I'll ever be able to catch up to her. I keep saying always, Emma. No one's born with the ability to do everything perfectly from the start. Just like with my swordsmanship, there's always going to be someone who has more experience. So rather than beat yourself up for not matching up, you should take it one step at a time instead. One step at a time? Yeah, and we'll be all there doing the same thing with you. And gradually, bit by bit, we'll all become more experienced and skilled at what we do. It's not something you can do overnight, but one day you'll be able to catch up with her. I suppose you're right. All we can do for now is focus on the tasks at hand and hope that will get us closer. I think I was just feeling a little impatient and frustrated. Don't mind me. I don't mind at all, really. We all get that way sometimes. Anyway, we've come all the way to the park. Want to walk around and relax some? That sounds lovely. By relax, do you mean fight the monsters that are in the park? Because that's literally what it's filled with. Reed and Emma then enjoyed some quality time relaxing, admiring the area around Lunaria Nature Park before eventually returning to Celdic. Coolio. Alright, and now the Princessa. Which would be here. I hear you've been working hard on all the requests my brother sent you. In fact, he was simply gushing about you. Really? Really, word of your exploits has been reaching the ears of Western Erebonia, you know, and everything they've heard has been filling them with just as much hope as it has the people here. He asked me to pass along a message for you as well. It won't always be easy, but I hope you'll keep fighting the good fight. I had no idea what we were doing was having an effect on so many people, and I really keep fighting, but if what we're doing brings hope to the very ones we're fighting for, nothing is too difficult. Such a fine spirit is worthy of a fine award, in my opinion. Allow me to present you with this. Whoa, shit! Can't believe my eyes. It's a medal belonging to the Order of the Phoenix Wings, the Medal of Charity. It's proof that its bearer has spared no effort in working to help the people of Erebonia. Your classmates played no small part in achieving all you have, of course, but I'm sure it was only possible because of you. I'm honored, Your Highness. If you think I'm worthy, then I'll gladly accept. Wonderful. And to echo my brother's words, keep fighting the good fight. In turn, I'll do all I can to aid you. I guess because Oh, you're in your school uniform. What's the occasion? I wanted to come along to give my regards to the market manager, so I'm using this as my secret disguise. Putting this on reminds me of back when we first met at St. Estrella. Same here, it really suits you, though just seeing it I can't help but wonder if Elise is alright. Have a question, Reed. What's on your mind? Second thought, never mind. Should I ask her what's up? Yeah, ask her what's up. If there's something on your mind, you can tell me, Your Highness, it's okay. Do whatever I can to help. Really? Well, to tell you the truth, I've never had the chance to really get a good up-close look at Celdic's Grand Market. I thought I'd take this chance to do it, but is that what it is? She's in her school uniform, so I guess you could get away with it. No problem, I'll be glad to guide you around then. You would? Oh well, far be it for me to decline such a gentlemanly offer. Once she had finished her business, Reed and Princess often made their way to the Grand Market together. So this is the fabled Grand Market. It's so lively. I imagine it must have been livelier before the war, but it's still rather impressive if I do say so myself. I think that's because of all the merchants here. They work really hard to keep things going. I can certainly believe that. Merchants are known for being nothing if not passionate. Oh my, there's a delightful smell coming from that stall. Let's go take a look. Looks like she's having fun. Don't think she's had many chances to relax in a while, so I'll have to make sure she gets the most out of her time here. Everything here is so delicious. I even had the pleasure of seeing the excellent workmanship of Berryhard's craftsmen. It's just a shame I couldn't try out the much-renowned Celdic beer, too. You've got a couple years to go before you start thinking about that. I was joking, of course. I did notice a lack of merchandise from the Western Erebonia, however. I suppose that's to be expected with the rail restrictions. Still, it's a bit of a shame. Yeah, it'll probably stay that way until the war comes to an end, too. I'm actually surprised you noticed. Well, I am a member of the Imperial family. Oh, Reed, let's check over there, too. When is this damn war gonna end? Sure, the provincial army's gone, but we're gonna be struggling to make ends meet so long as the fighting continues. You gotta wonder what the Imperial family's doing at a time like this. I haven't even heard one word about Prince Cedric, the little Prince Oliver, ever since this all started. Oh. Word has it that His Majesty's safely tucked away in Heimdall, at least. Don't the nobles have control over Heimdall, though? So much for royalty, I guess. Doesn't mean much if you can't have any influence on a situation like this. Sorry, Your Highness. Oh, there, you might want to take those words back. Apparently, Princess Alphen's behind the Crimson Wings that chased the provincial army from the Twin Dragons Bridge. For real? The Imperial family's doing what they can. Just because you don't hear about it doesn't mean it isn't happening. That's why we've got to believe in them and make sure the Grand Market's ready for when everything's back to normal. Well, I'm fine so long as the war ends, really. Right, gotta get back. Head back. Catch you later. Are you right, Your Highness? Yes, thank you. It's no surprise that there are people who aren't happy with us right now. The fact that our efforts at the Twin Dragons Bridge alone were recognized is more than enough for me. That's very kind of you to say. I'm certain that we're doing the right thing now isn't in vain. That's right. That's why we need to keep doing what we can. I don't want to let Father or Cedric down, and Oliver is expecting so much from us that I'd hate to disappoint him. Exactly. Just don't forget that you're not alone in this. Thank you. Hey, aren't you one of those kids from the military academy? Holy cow, are you Princess Alphen? Oh shit. Oh crap, this isn't good. While it's flattering that you'd mistake me for Her Majesty, I'm afraid you have the wrong person. Isn't that so, Reen? That's right, she's actually my little sister, you see. Didn't know you had one. Gotta say you don't really look all that alike. Well, we aren't related by blood. Of course, there are some benefits to that. We can get married for one. Oh, shit. You what? Your Highness. Oh, but, oh, he's just so frigid. Did you know he only visits me at school once in a blue moon? Have you ever known a brother this cruel? Ha 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 ha. I guess it's good that you get along so well. Yeah, we sure do. That's hilarious. Looks like we managed to avoid outing you there. You definitely overdid it, though. Not at all. I was simply speaking from the heart. Elise's heart. Do try to visit her more often once this is all over. I'll do what I can. With their trip to the market over, a mildly flustered Reen escorted Princess Alphen back to the Courageous. Yay. And that's all my bonding points, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to end this section, chapter, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to save it right here, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. I've been having some thoughts about what I might want to do, waiting to hear from you guys all to see what you're going to suggest for me as another series to start. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.